Hi guys, so a bit of an addendum to my last video which I discussed changing tap washers. Now this is my bathroom taps. This one I changed a couple of weeks ago. I couldn't change that one for reasons I will now tell you. So this particular bath tap, it's a fairly normal sort of tap, and the procedure is fairly straightforward. In fact, it's very easy to do, but you are up against a problem if they've been around for a long time. Now these taps, as far as I know, have never had the washers changed in over 20 years. I've been here 18 years and they were never changed in that time. So I think it was installed about 24 years ago. But anyway, here's the problem. It's these bloomin' screws in here. So the little screw in there, basically, you'll see it on your own tap. There's like a little cover here which tells you hot and cold. That's worn off on that one. You remove that. You then use a screwdriver. You get a torch. Oh, I'll show you down in here. It's difficult to see, but you'll take my word from it. There's a little screw in there. Sometimes it's a Phillips head, sometimes it's a straight head. It's normally brass. You just undo that. All seems very easy, doesn't it? Undo that. This one I've done, so I prepped it up to get to the gland, which is where the tap washer is. So undo that screw, which I've done. You remove that, screws in there. Then on some taps, if you're unlucky, you've got a little cover here. That cover's got to come off. Sorry, I should say there's a spline on there, which the tap sits on. Tap's got a spline in there. They're different sort of sizes. And then you undo this, I've loosened this, undo that. Then you can get to the gland. Now you can replace the whole of the gland if you want, because there are some O-rings as well associated with these. But obviously in my situation was I didn't know what gland it was. I had to shut all the water off because the previous person that plumbed this in didn't put isolation valves on. So I had to shut the whole water off to the whole house. Then I'd have to go down the plumber's merchant, take this with me and faff around. So I didn't do that. I just put a new tap washer on it and it was fine. Always put isolation valves on your taps. I always do it. Otherwise you end up having to shut all the water off in the whole blimmin' house. And if you're doing something that takes a bit of time, you're going to get into trouble from the other half, or whoever wants to use water, because they won't be able to. As well as you store some water in some bottles, which is another pain in the arse. But what I was faced with on this other tap was that screw down in there wouldn't come off. I tried and tried and tried. I put WD-40 on it. I did all sorts of things. I could not shift it. It's brass, and in the end it starts chewing up. It's chewed up on that one over there as well. I've changed the right one, but I can't do the left one, so that's going to have to have the same treatment, I think. And the treatment was rather drastic. Now you could possibly drill that screw out. I didn't fancy having a go at that in case it went wrong. I wasn't confident enough to do it. So I had another little plan to expose this screw, this nut, this bolt, the gland, sufficiently to get my spanner on it. Obviously you take that off. Once you've taken this off, you can get to it easy, but obviously I couldn't get to it because I can't get this off. This is stuck on there and it covers the gland nut, so you can't get it off. So I've had to saw it off. There it is in two halves at the moment. So I've sawn it off basically. Sawn up, so if you imagine that was on there like that. I've sawn up there vertically there and a vertical one at the back. Then it just obviously snapped, well, broke in half, split in half. I split it in half basically, which then exposes the gland, which I can now get at, which I've undone, which was bloody hard to get off as well. And we can get that off now, and we can now see why this tap was dripping. It's been dripping for a long time. I've been putting this job off for a long time because I didn't really want to do it. But look at the state of that washer. It's like, ooh, let's see if I get the focus. It's like half the diameter it should be. Let me show you what a washer should be like. Let me put the phone down a second. Sorry, I should have got this ready, shouldn't I? Let's get a washer ready. There we go. That's what the washer should be. So it's literally half the size. It's worn away over the years. These washers probably should be changed every 2 or 3 years, really. It's obviously a job that people keep putting off. Now, you may say to me, oh, Fairbrass, John, whatever you want to call me, I get called all sorts of names. Why didn't you just change the bloomin' taps? And yes, that would have been the most straightforward thing to do, although it was a bit of a pain in the arse getting into it. But my wife insisted that she really liked these taps. I'm not sure she's going to like the hot tap when I finish with it though. We'll see what she says, because I'm going to have to somehow fix those two together somehow with a cable tie or something. I'm going to try and do my best. She ain't going to like it. I'm probably going to get into trouble. But yeah, should have changed the taps. That's what I would have done. I had a perfectly good pair of taps, but she, who was in charge, the Queen, said, nope, I want these taps. And I could, no, I mean, these taps, I'm never going to find another set like that, and I couldn't be bothered to look. So I thought, okay, look, I'll saw the bugger off, and then we'll do it that way. So look, I'm just going to put it all back together now. I'm going to put a new washer on here, and we'll see what hideous sight I'm left with. So I'll see you again in a minute, guys. Over and out. Right, folks, so we got the old washer off. We put the new one on. It's a simple operation. I use a little dentist pick to get the old one off. It was very brittle. They tend to go quite hard and then they start breaking up. So, like I say, try and replace these every 2 or 3 years. This should be something that's done. I didn't do it. I should have done, but there you go. Now, ideally, I would say to you, replace the whole gland. So, which is just this brass bit, because there is a O-ring there and there's an O-ring there, which you should, you should replenish it. It's very old, but this one wasn't actually leaking, so I'm going to put it back in for now. And I'm going to take a photo of this gland and see if I can get a replacement one, which I'll keep in stock. So there we go. There it is on. I've checked the seat inside there. It isn't too bad. You can get a tool to reseat it because you get a bit of lime scale on there. I've had enough of this. I'm going to put it back together and see what happens. I think it'll be okay. We don't really have a lot of hard water in this area. So look, I'm going to put that goes back in there. I'll come back to you in a minute and we'll see what it looks like when I try to cable tie that little baby back together. All right, I'll see you in a minute. Over and out.
Put my own pants up.
Shush, you're on video. Anyway, guys, look, here it is. I'm going to get her endorsed and have a look. That is the finish. It's got a little cable tie on it. You can see the cut line just there. But let's see what she's going to say. What do you take a look, Bab? What do you think?
Oh, doesn't look any different.
Have a close
You
look
put
at the
a
hot
cable
tub.
tie. There's a cable tie.
Does it meet with your approval?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got the thumbs up from that one, guys.
Well done.
Let's see if it's if the water's gonna come out all right. I've got to stick the little cap back on because the little plastic fixings are broken. So there we go, that's working. Let's get the air out of the system. And that shuts off nicely now. No blooming dripping tap. It was really annoying me, the dripping tap. Anyway, guys, look, just in case you're wondering what tool I used to cut that off with, I got a little mini grinder. It isn't that mini, actually. It was £23 off eBay. Of course, it's Chinese, but it's not bad quality, actually. I used a very little tiny cutting disc. See how small that is? So that allowed me to get right in, to cut the vertical cut in there without damaging the rest of the tap. It would have been impossible with a hacksaw. So yeah, nice little tool this. It's even got replaceable brushes. They even give you a set of brushes for it. It's got like that kind of chuck, like a Jacobs type chuck. not a bad little tool actually. It's got variable speed on it. So I did that really carefully so I didn't damage the tap. And look, there it is. There is a cable tie around it. Maybe I should put a cable tie around that one to match it. Let me know in your any comments what you guys may think. If any poor bugger watches my video. Anyway, I'm pleased with that. That's the result. So yeah, over and out, guys. And have a good weekend. What is the date today? I think it's the 7th of November 2024. Alright then, bye for now until the next thrilling video instalment of my life and what I get up to. Bye bye.